Looks good. Good afternoon. My name is Mike Hripko. I'm the Associate Vice President for Research and Economic Development at Youngstown State University. I'm a lifelong Youngstown resident, and just as Congressman said in his introductory remarks, I could identify so closely with exactly what he said. We do save every screw and spring and plastic piece we could find, and I was going to mention, if you were still here, we keep them in coffee cans, and we keep in our garage in the event that something ever breaks, we can fix it ourselves, and we're really proud of that we are self-sufficient. We don't always have to take everything down to the repair shop, and we don't have to run down to the Home Depot to get what we need because we've saved it. But I want to talk to you a little bit today about some specifics. This is a postcard from Youngstown, Ohio. Greetings from Youngstown, 1960. And although we have some very beautiful parks and some very beautiful natural lands, we considered this our postcard in 1960. That's a steel mill with glowing ingots, and that was our industry there. We're very proud of that. But when the steel mills closed on Black Monday, September 19th, 1977, that was the beginning of what you see here. Our population went from 160,000 to 60,000. 4,000 people lost their jobs immediately, the ripple effect of all the supply chain. Those who could leave did. Those who could come to Youngstown didn't. And those who were left behind were living in what they could patch together from those coffee cans. Next slide, please. But this is Youngstown now in 2016, and orange is our favorite color, not because of the Browns football uniforms, but because it represents construction. And what you see before you now is a montage of new construction, new dormitories, new downtown apartment living, new road improvements, and so forth, new office buildings, because there's a resurgence in Youngstown. It's a bootstrap effort, and we'd like to make you aware of that and tell you maybe how we're going to form our future strategy. Next, please. So as I mentioned, making and manufacturing, that's part of our makeup. It's indigenous, and it's integral to the economic revitalization of the region. Now, we've had some success with business attraction. These are the same companies that your communities are actively competing for as well. Anderson-Dubose is a major distributor of all of McDonald's food products east of the Mississippi. Valoric Steel making steel pipe for the natural gas industry. Metalco making 100 million pounds of aluminum billets each day and exporting them. And the picture on the far right is the Lordstown Energy Center, $1 billion investment in converting natural gas to electricity, and we're optimistic that there'll be a second plant located next to that. Now, these are all multi-million and in some cases billion-dollar investments, but the number of jobs are nothing like what we saw in those old steel mills. That energy plant will run with 50 people. That Valoric mill runs with 300. The old steel mills had 4,000. So these are much more efficient plants, and we're very successful in business attraction, but we know that's not the only secret to the revitalization of our community. One big success that we've had is the National Network of Manufacturing Innovation, America Makes, is based in Youngstown, Ohio. I had the privilege of working there as Workforce and Educational Outreach Director for nearly 2 years, and I'm telling you that works. Not only is the collaboration of 160 universities, industries, business partners, and government agencies accelerating the additive manufacturing technology at a much faster rate than if we were to work individually, but these organic collaborations that you're seeing between the partners and the universities, in which we're able to share best practices and leverage and create regional successes, it's working. And one of the things from a Youngstown perspective that we would ask is we would advocate for the continuation of this national network of manufacturing innovation. It's very productive locally, regionally, and nationally. Another significant success in our area is the Youngstown Business Incubator. In 2014, they were ranked the #1 business incubator in the world. And their marquee product, if you ever watched the TV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Regis Philbin would ask the audience A, B, C, or D, and they'd vote, and immediately you see pop up on screen a bar chart. That bar chart is, and that audience polling system is from Turning Technologies, which is a Youngstown Business Incubator company. They remain located on the Youngstown Business Incubator campus, 300 employees, high-tech, global business model. They've been recapitalized twice. They've purchased their largest competitor. So this represents an incubation example in the software industry that's very successful. The other thing that YBI has done is when America Makes came to 2012, to town in 2012, they did a pivot. They recognized the importance of this, and now they have a number of advanced and additive manufacturing companies in their portfolio businesses. So they've been able to pivot and take advantage of that national network of manufacturing innovation. And of course, Youngstown State University, my organization, we have a PhD in material science and engineering that was initiated in 2011. We've recently received from the state of Ohio the funding to design and deploy the Ohio Youth Entrepreneurship Program. So they picked our location because of the nature of our community and how we are formulating these small businesses, the success of our incubator. We were awarded our largest research grant ever at Youngstown State. $4 million is quite significant, and it's for additive manufacturing of replacement parts for aircraft, for the Air Force Research Lab. In Youngstown, we have an air base. The planes are C-130Hs. They're quite old, and when there's a missing component or a broken component, they go to the junkyard to find a part. Our airmen should not be going to the junkyard to get replacement parts. So additive manufacturing and advanced manufacturing produces new and high quality and high caliber precision parts for those critical applications, and we're very proud to be part of that research. Also, we announced a bachelor's degree in manufacturing engineering. It was approved by our state Board of Regents just a few weeks ago. There's only 21 universities now with YSU's participation, 21 universities that offer bachelor's degrees in manufacturing engineering, which we think is an important part of our growth strategy. So what's next? What I'm talking about is an ecosystem that Bernie referred to a little bit. We call ours the Mahoning Valley Excellence Training Center, or the Innovation Commercialization Center. There's an artist rendering of it. It's integral to this national and regional advanced manufacturing ecosystem. So we've got the America Makes component, we've got the Youngstown Business Incubator component, the academic component from the university. Next slide, please. And it's a workforce development, training, education, and entrepreneurial hub all in one. I joke that you're going to need to be an air traffic controller to manage the folks in and out. But our vision is that we will take students from high school, career, and technical centers, co-locate them with community college students pursuing associate degrees, and university students doing research and advanced engineering degrees, and we will have a living career path, not a chart on the wall or a page in a book, but an actual living career path where a high school student can say, what is she doing? And what learnings do I have to have? And what experiences do I have to have in order to do that type of work? Or they can look over their shoulder and say, what's he doing? And what learning do I have to have? What curriculum do I have to have? We're also working with local manufacturers who have pledged to us that they will source business with students. Now, it probably won't be critical applications because students are doing it. We might have some bad parts produced, but these will be precision parts, not only in additive manufacturing, but electronics, machining, robotics, programmable logic controllers. So there's a significant hands-on component of involving all the students. One of the things that this facility will do, in addition to co-locating and creating a living career pathway, we will take better advantage of the government's investment in industrial assets. You know, a university is open by and large from 9 to 3, September through May, with a month off for Christmas. If you were to invest in equipment in a manufacturing operation and ran it that way, you would never meet the return necessary to be profitable. So what we intend on doing is to be open 24/7 by 365 and making this available for students, for industry business, and also for the entrepreneurs, so that we will have nights and weekends available for them, so that we can start those cottage businesses and those the maker that we had hoped to cultivate in some of the examples that Bernie spoke of. So this is a shared center. All of these partners, the Career Technical Centers, Eastern Gateway, YSU, and industry, all academic spectrums will be co-located and sharing a curriculum. There'll be an entrepreneurial component, so we'll have lockable spaces, so a creative idea like Boxy might be secured and protected. And it's truly a public-private partnership. As I mentioned, we've gotten some funding from our State of Ohio legislature. They believe in this concept sufficiently that they've set aside $3 million in their biennial capital bill. We're imminently pursuing some EDA and Appalachian Regional Commission funding. Philanthropists, this resonates very well with university alumni in manufacturing who say, I'm proud to brand that with my name or my company's name. So we're imminently expecting someone to contribute philanthropy to put us over the top, and then leveraging private philanthropy to renovate, construct, install, and then commence our training. This is just a mind map, basically, of all of our partners. Our previous speakers talked about the collaboration necessary. So not only do you have to have your directly involved academic partners, but industry, state government, federal government. We've had tremendous support from Congressman Ryan's office. We've had tremendous support from our state legislators who have said, make this happen. Be the first in the nation who's able to do something like this on a manufacturing scale. Now, we've made great progress. We've attracted some business. We've got some great academic programs pending and a few hallmark successes and incubators. But the reality check is there's great challenges that are persisting. We have 9.7% employment in Youngstown and a 40% poverty rate. The per capita income is just over $14,000. 63% of children in Youngstown live in poverty. We have the #2 infant mortality rate. 20% of our students, of our residents, have less than a high school degree, and only 11% go on to college. So that's the dynamic that we're trying to overcome. We're trying to bootstrap this, but you got to understand it's tough for a community that with this profile to dig ourselves out of it. We're working as hard as we can, and we're working together, but we're pursuing every other opportunity, but we need help. Next slide, please. So here's our perspective. We would request continued consideration and support for STEM education initiatives, job training initiatives, skills development initiatives. Those are very important. We have to take our young people and give them a path forward. These are not just local needs, these are regional and national needs, as I'm sure you'll experience. And we have to create this enthusiasm for making parts and creating value and to perform good, productive work. I'd advocate for support for the NNMI, the National Network of Manufacturing Innovation. First-hand experience, as I said, it works. The collaboration you're seeing between universities and industry partners all across the country is remarkable. We are moving forward on the technology at a very accelerated pace that no one institution could do alone, nor could they couldn't afford to, they couldn't resource it, and they don't have the breadth to do it like an NNMI can. It's a very collaborative, focused approach. And support investment in advanced manufacturing resources, training, entrepreneurial program. It gives us broad opportunities on multiple spectrums. So yes, we'll accelerate the technology. We'll be better machinists. We'll be better printers. We'll be better designers than we have been. Workforce development so that we can make these parts and make these products domestically. We're trying to elevate critical and innovative thinking, so we don't dictate where a graduate will go. They can go work for a large corporation, or they can go work for a small manufacturer, or they could be an individual entrepreneur. But regardless, they're going to need to have some creative and innovative skills to be able to re-envision a product or re-envision a service and present it in a different and better and more affordable way. And all of this results in job creation. The Mahoney Valley Excellence Training Center, we're pursuing, we need to provide this path forward for those impacted by changing industries. So if you did lose your job in steel or coal or some other industry, we want to provide you with an opportunity to reinvent yourself and to pursue a different path forward in these high demand careers. Our manufacturers have validated that they are looking for these types of skilled individuals as well. Manufacturing universities, that's currently active in the House legislation. We would affirm support for that. Obviously, we're going to compete to be designated a manufacturing university, but the National Institute of Science and Technology's program and the other federal agencies are supportive of that. We see a tremendous value in these programs, and we would advocate for your consideration. So here's our postcard, perhaps in 2020, greetings from Youngstown, Ohio. Maybe you'll see, with your help and with our continued good work, you'll see our Innovation Center, our Excellence Training Center, with new products, new additive manufacturing and advanced manufacturing technologies. And it's not a monument, it's intended to produce skilled graduates, skilled and certificated people who have completed programming, who are ready for the 21st century high demand jobs. Thank you.